Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you're all well. It's Rod Fleming here. Following on from my last one, we're going to do a short piece about birthing people. But before we do that, please, 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 like and share the video. Go into one of the funding links, PayPal, Patreon, GoFundMe, Ko-Fi, Coffee, any of these, and just slip us a little bit of money, just a wee bit. Not asking for a lot, just a wee bit. If you enjoy the video, you know, show your appreciation. Anyway, let's get on with the show. This follows on from my chest feeding thing, which I had a lot of fun with. And this is about birthing parents and non-birthing parents. Now, birthing parents are mothers, right? Mothers give birth. That's because females and humans, and as far as I know, all mammals, conceive and gestate babies inside their bodies and eventually deliver them, usually through the birthing canal, sometimes with cesarean, into the world. It's fairly simple, and we've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. Not really a big issue. But there are people called trans men. Now, let's go into this in a little bit of depth, just for interest's sake. HSTS trans men don't make babies. Would you like to know why that is? It's because they're lesbians. They're an extreme form of lesbianism. Just as HSTS are like, well, let's put it this way, that feminine gay men are not complete transsexuals, HSTS that is, lesbians are incomplete trans men, okay? This kind of lesbian. There are masculine lesbians as well, but we're talking, sorry, feminine lesbians as well, but we're talking about the masculine type here. Excuse the dog. So, anyone who managed somehow to conceive a child, right, has done something incredibly feminine. She is then, even more feminine, carried to term a baby. She has given birth to that baby, which is the most feminine thing you could possibly do, and she probably breastfed it. Sorry, not chest fed, breastfed. But she doesn't want to be called a woman because she's one of a tiny, tiny minority of people. And we're talking globally, I don't know, a few hundred. This is such a tiny minority of people that although they get plenty of journalistic space, which they shouldn't, I mean, they're kind of like, you know, journalists have treated these people, trans men, kind of like, you know, the Elephant Man, like sideshow acts were treated in the 19th century. You know, it's rather sickening that it's the way they're treated. It's like, you know, look at these weirdos, you know, isn't that, oh wow, that's so strange. That hairy guy with boobs, breastfeeding, sorry, I'm not going to say chest feeding, a baby. And I don't think it's very sympathetic to the people involved. But at the same time, they only have themselves to blame for this. You know, if you insist on doing the things that all women do, or most women do, or things that certainly are associated with being a woman, and which are highly feminine, then you can hardly say to people, no, I'm a guy, I'm a bloke. No. I'm a bloke. Not having that. I'm a bloke. It's an absolute bloody nonsense. You're not a birthing parent. You're a mother. And as for the non-birthing parent, if anybody ever I have 4 kids, by the way. If anybody ever were to call me that to my face, a non-birthing parent, then they would have a sore face. It's as simple as that. I would absolutely not tolerate being spoken to in terms like that. It's rude, offensive. It demeans my entire worth as a father, the role I played in these children's upbringing, by saying I'm just a non-birthing parent. No, I'm the father. And all fathers should turn around and tell these people, get off the bloody case because we ain't listening to you no more. You've had your 15 seconds of glory. That's it. Get off the wagon because everybody's fed up with you. And the fact is, these people do enormous damage, huge damage, to genuine trans people. That is HSTS. There's no way an HSTS trans man, that's a lesbian, is going to get herself pregnant and bear children. That just ain't going to happen. In exactly the same way, there is no way that an MTF HSTS, that's a trans woman, transsexual woman, is going to father kids. I mean, please, get real. You know, they won't even let you touch the penis. And how the hell are they supposed to do that? It's all a fantasy in the minds of the woke. It's just this weird nonsense that exists inside the heads of people who actually do not know any better, because they've been inculcated with years of feminist, postmodernist rubbish. Utter rubbish. And it's time we said, no, stop them. Just turn it back. Roll it back. I'm not sure how we're going to do it, but I think in the UK, you know, you already have the government taking an interest and making it illegal for universities and student unions to deplatform speakers, things like that. It's going to have to go an awful lot further. And the university recruitment programs, to the teaching staff that is, are going to have to radically change, such that we get a proper balance between men and women and between political perspectives. Because what you have at the moment, certainly in the UK, and this is where most of this bull is coming from, is from academia, that it's predominantly feminist, postmodernist women who are probably also lesbians who are doing the teaching. And they're teaching their beliefs to impressionable young people who then go out and, oh, make hell for everybody. It has to stop. We're just going to have to stop it. And if that means defunding universities, well, certainly certain courses, the humanities is completely depraved. It's been absolutely debased. And it's time that many of these courses were just, okay, you can study them if you like, but we're not paying your student fees. We're not doing that anymore. You will have to find the money yourself. Because if you don't, I don't know if you know this, but in the UK, people get these student loans. I believe the same is the case in the US. And most of these student loans are never paid back. It was Tony Blair's way of handing money to students without saying that's what he was doing. But, you know, these loans are written off after a certain period of time, and no money is collected unless the significant earnings are being made on the part of the student. You know, it's basically a freebie. Why are we giving that for people to study gender studies or sociology? You know, go to the library and buy a couple of books. Anyway, enough. Tatty bye for now.